Hello and welcome back to another video. We have June's ScrawlrBox here. If you don't know what ScrawlrBox is, it is a monthly art subscription box where you pay £15 a month for the box itself and an additional cost for posting packaging outside of the UK. You receive a box full of mysterious art supplies every month, a word or phrase, which is your Scrawlr challenge, where you use the supplies just in the box to create a piece of artwork based on that challenge. You receive a featured artwork from a featured artist and a little bit about them, a Scrawlr zine, which is a newer edition in the latest coming months, past months, and that will include a little bit more about the supplies. It will include some more about the artist, some Scrawlr tips, some tips from the artist, some featured artwork from the box 2 months prior to this box, and you will also receive a vinyl sticker and a little sweet in each box. It's an amazing box. I love the ScrawlrBox and I rant and rave about it all the time, so I recommend getting it if you would like to have a little challenge and a little surprise every month. So let's get into the box straight away. Another thing to note is that for every box that you buy, a tree is planted. Usually it says that. Oh, it doesn't say that here. Hold on. Oh, it does. Here we go. I was going to say, didn't think it did say it. So let's take all this out and see what is in the box. So firstly, we have a sweet. I've never seen one of these before. Looks like a little fruit bar. Let's have a little open and see what it looks like. Yes, it kind of looks like those glacial fruit sweet type things, so we'll see what flavour that is a little bit later, but it would look like it is a mixed berry flavour. So I'm going to put the Scrawlr zine to one side and we will have a little read through that in a moment. Here is the featured artwork. That's very unusual. I quite like it. So it looks like we're working with some water-based type medium for this. I wonder if it's watercolours, although we've recently had watercolours, I think 2 boxes ago, so I'm intrigued. This is the featured artist, so just pause the video here so that you can have a read, but it is Tessa, 24-year-old artist living in Wales, UK, so not too far from me. So if you want to have a look at their Instagram and Facebook, it's just here. We have a watercolour studio pad, so perhaps it is watercolours, but like I say, it could be any water-based medium. Very nice, 10 sheets in there by Goldline. And it's an exclusive 10-sheet pack just for the ScrawlrBox, which I always like that they do that. So the supplies in the box. Okay, mysterious. We've got it in another package. Here is the sticker. They actually used to be vinyl. I'm not sure these are. Oh no, they are. They're definitely vinyl, I think. So there is a vinyl sticker, which is just a snip of the artwork. This is the list of the supplies, which we'll put to one side for now. So we have another set of pencils, but these are watercolour pencils by Derwent. I believe we have had these in a previous box before, but not necessarily these colours. So we have Prussian blue, ivory black and terracotta. Let's read about these. So they are premium watercolour pencils equipped with soft and easy blendable pigment leads, which allow for beautiful washes, blending, layering and other desirable watercolour effects. Very nice. I do like a little watercolour pencil. So that's a nice little set of colours. Then we have a sea white 4 round brush. The ScrawlrBox tend to use sea white brushes quite often, and that I quite like them. I think they're quite a nice paintbrush. Synthetic. Oh. Okay, and then lastly, in this mysterious packet, it looks like we have watercolour pots. Don't know what that means, so let's have a look. I don't know if it means just like a half pan watercolour but in a round pot, or is this a special type of watercolour? Wow, they've really wrecked these. Yep. Oh, so they're pearlescent paints by Jackman. So we've got pearlescent pink shimmer, pearlescent silver shimmer and mint green shimmer. Interesting. I'm not one for working with pearlescent paints, but this could be quite nice. I'm confused. is this the result that we're achieving? I guess you can't print a shimmer, but I guess it is. It's the same colours-ish. I don't know. I hope so, because this looks really nice. They look like good quality. Okay, let's get to testing these out. But firstly, let's have a look at the Scrawlr challenge that we have. Ethereal entity. It's quite broad. I quite like that. So it says underneath, mystical beings that are not made of ordinary matter. Interesting. So a little bit of a character design perhaps, or I don't know, that's quite broad. I think we can develop something quite nice from that. So let's get to testing these supplies. So a few of the Scrawlr tips for this month are you can work with the watercolour pencils or paint. It's best to work light to dark and build up in multiple layers. You can also use less or more water depending on how much of the pencil texture you kind of want to see on the paper. I like that tip, but I also think it depends on how hard you press, etc., because sometimes you can press quite hard and it always leaves a bit of ghosting of the pencil anyway. Another tip is you can use your watercolour pencils in a few ways, the most common being drawing first and then adding water. However, you could also wet the tip of the pencil first and then draw, which can create bolder lines, or pick colour off the tip with a brush and use like normal watercolours. I did use that technique a few times. I did dip the pencil in water. I used my paintbrush to take the colour from the pencil. It just reduces that ghosting effect that I was mentioning a bit earlier. It says it's always a good idea to mix watercolours in a palette before putting them onto paper, which I like that. It's a good idea because you always leave an element of that paint colour onto the paper a little bit there. And with the shimmer colours, the more saturated they are, the more shimmer you will see, so bear that in mind for the final result. There's a few notes from the artist as well. They're just saying that it can be easy to be overwhelmed when starting a painting, so start with a few looser, more abstract elements to ease into it. And also, sometimes the most unexpected colours mix really nicely. So, as you can see here in this section of the video, I am just swatching my colours, and I've made a grid there, which I tend to do nowadays with all of my colours. When I've got a limited colour palette, I tend to create this grid, and it just allows me to see what colours I can make with the various mixes. And I'm so surprised by some of these colours. There's some reds in there, some really nice purples, some really nice off-black coloured colours, which are very nice. So it is very much worth doing a little swatch and testing the colours out and the mixes, because there's many, you might look at these colours and think, oh, black, terracotta blue, and then with the shimmery green and pink colour, you're not going to get much from that. And what really can you create from those colours? But doing this grid method, I found that there's such a variety of colours in there that you just need to discover what they are, and it may unlock the ideas for a new painting, etc. So I think that this selection of colours was really good, really well thought out, and very nice for the rest of the painting. And for the ethereal entity, I think they are great colours for that. So I'm going to let you watch the rest of this video, and we'll probably catch up at the end when I debrief on the painting and the box itself. is my final piece. So I think I really like the supplies, I'm not gonna lie. They are very nice. The Derwent watercolour pencils are very nice. These Jackman's paints are very nice, smooth, lovely, very easy to mix. As you saw in the intro, I made the chart, and look at all the lovely colours you can get from just those 6 colours. So they are the pencils in the top there, and then the paints are in these 3 columns and rows there. So like you can see, there are a lot of varying colours, so you could do all sorts with these. A really nice floral with the greens and the purples and the blues and the terracotta kind of colour. They're just lovely. I will say that I don't particularly think that the green and pink are very shimmery. Maybe I'm not doing a thick enough layer, but the silver is extremely shimmery. I think that is very nice paint to use for a watercolour. It's very, very nice. So I wanted to do kind of, I've got this picture of this cat, it's a family friend's cat, and I just thought that the way it was looking up is just very ethereal. I really liked it. However, I went in with black to sketch out and do the shadowing, and for some reason in my head it was like I was meant to be layering the colour over a sketch, but I completely disregarded the fact that this is a watercolour pencil and it would run and mix with the paint, and so I ended up getting a lot of ghosting, and I ended up mixing the colours and they became a little bit muddy, to be honest. I didn't really want such a muddy look to it, but in the end I think it looks okay. I kind of wanted this, I put the silvery shimmery, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, it's a little bit wet as well. I put the silvery shimmery silver in the background here as a really light wash, and then I just dabbed the green and pink in there just to come off it in the background, just to keep with the colours. This is still a little bit wet, so it is bowed a little bit. Probably should have let it dry before doing this outro, but I really liked it. Like I say, the pencils are really nice, the paints are very nice, the colours are a lovely mix, and I think there's so much scope with these, and I really want to try out another video, so you may see another video soon with me trying out these supplies again, because I think they're very good. It's by far one of the best boxes we've had so far. Maybe not one of the best, but it's up there with a nice selection of supplies, and I'm very happy with this month, and I can't wait to see what other people have done with it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up if you have, and a comment to let me know what you think of the art and what I should maybe do in the next video where I test these supplies out. And I hope you subscribe if you are new here, and stick around for some more videos. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.